Hey kids, it's me, Tony. Yes, the stubborn stitcher. It's been about a month. Yep. Sound familiar? Everybody's coming on and saying, well, it's been about a month since I've been on here. Blah, 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 blah. Kids going to school, blah, 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 work, blah, blah. I'm retired. I don't have a reason. I just haven't been here because I haven't done much. But I'm here now, so if you just stumbled onto here, hello, welcome. This is my FlossTube about cross stitch and whatever else I talk about. And hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe. Do you see what's in the background? Yes. Please subscribe, do the little bell, etc. and so on. And if you are already subscribed, hi, welcome back. It's so good to see you. Right, it's a wonderfully sunny and extremely hot day here in sunny South Texas. In fact, we hit 100 Fahrenheit for the first time and for the latest date ever recorded in my city on the 6th. Considering we've had years where we've had 60 days of over 100 degrees, this is quite amazing. So, as you can see, wandering about is my dog, one of my two dogs. This is Rusty, who I film upstairs, and the upstairs is off limits because my other dog, Arlo, as in Guthrie, who is a pit mix, kept coming up here and doing his business like it was like a guest bathroom or something. So I had to section it off. So the little one's always like, I want to go upstairs, I want to go upstairs, I want to go upstairs. So let me, so you can see, let me see, well, come here. Come see mommy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Hi. Yes, what a good boy. This is how he usually jumps up. He thinks he's a parrot. He wants to sit on my shoulder. Look at the people right there. Do you see them? He said, nope. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Yes, you're a good puppy. Yes, you were. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look. Let these little people see you. Look. See that innocent face? I'll give you a story about that innocent face later. Where's your good boy? You gonna stay up here with me? He wants no. He said no. Okay. Ooh. Well, that was fun. Anyway, let me move this. I feel like you're far away. There. It's like we're visiting. How y'all been? We've been good here. Trying to stay away from variants, you know, which kind of sounds like the viral equivalent of variant of the virus that shall not be named. So, hadn't gotten out much, just gone around. So, what else? That's really it. There's not been a whole lot going on. I wish I could tell you. It's been too hot. So it hasn't, no, it has not been 100 plus every day. It's been in the 90s. The humidity has been awful. And as anybody in Texas will tell you, humidity, you just wilt. I don't want to go outside because I don't do heat. No. I get sick. I can't work in the yard. Can't do anything outside. The air conditioner is shot in my car. I don't want to spend the money to fix it because I'll probably get a newer car next year when I'm not paying out the wazoo for health insurance. I just turned 64 last month, so this time next year I will be Medicare eligible. So right now I pay a lot of money. And so, yeah, the trade-off is I will no longer be what the government considers nearly elderly, which is 57 to 64. I will just be elderly. Okay, you're here for the stitching. 3 things. You know, 3 works out pretty well. Except I bought 2 more things. So, I don't know. I try really hard not to start more than I can really accomplish. But, hadn't worked out. But let me show you what I got. Okay. So the first thing, oh, and I took photos because it's way easier. So the first thing is my black work Sal for 2021 by Peppermint Purple. I get a little square or a little rectangle every week. We can use whatever color combinations we want. And so I've done that. And so this is where we are, except I just got today, I got this week's. So I haven't done this week's. So as of week 38, which means we only have 14 weeks left, this is what I've got. So that I've enjoyed. I really, it's just enough. It doesn't make me batty for the most part. Every once in a while there's a week that's like, I can't, my brain cannot wrap itself around the combination. But mostly it's been fine. The second thing I've been working on is, and this has been delightful to work on so far. And this has been from Modern Folk Embroidery, our friend Jacob. And this dog has found something else. What are you chewing on? What are you chewing on? Okay. This is going to be my day up here. This is why I don't bring the dog with me on here. He's going to eat everything he sees. Now he's got a floss drop that he's chewing on. Is that good? And he knows it annoys me, so he goes. You gonna come up here while I yak? Come here. No. So, okay. You know what? We're gonna get rid of the dog. That's what we're gonna do. I'm back. I'm out of breath. Okay. Where were we? We were back to Jacob. Modern Folk Embroidery. So, he had a piece he showed. I think it's called a winter goat or a Christmas goat. I'll put it up here. Yule goat. It's called a Yule goat. And it's lovely. And I have a friend who recently moved to Colorado. She sees elk in her front yard and all sorts of stuff. She loves goats, and there are goats in Colorado. So I thought, well, this would be nice for her. So I'm stitching that, started on that, and it's been actually very pleasant. I'm using sulky thread because I'm using 16 count oatmeal. I'm pretty sure. I like oatmeal because it has some texture to it, so it doesn't feel quite as Ada-like as Ada, even though it's Ada. Anyway, it looks a little rustic, so I thought that would be great for this. And so I'm using a sulky, it's, I don't know the number offhand, I'll put it down below. Because I didn't bring stuff up here with me. I thought, let me just leave stuff down there and just bring me and a couple of things. Anyway, so here's where I am. I have no idea why this is upside down, but it's a nice, like, stitch where you can it just is pleasant and it goes quickly. I mean, I haven't worked on it all that much, but you know, things appear. There's that kind of instant gratification that you can see something, which is why I'm fearful of heights, but talk about that later. And then the third thing has recently been the bane of my existence, stitch-wise. This is Autumn Bird by Satsuma Stream. It's just a delightful, it's a delightful piece. I like Satsuma Street. It's bright colors. It's mid-century. It's kind of modern. It's festive. It's everything that cross-stitch 40 years ago was not. I bought this a year ago, or close to a year ago, and I finally was going to start it. All excited about it. Had already bought the fabric. Bought the call for fabric. It was 28 count, something or other, but it was beautiful. Couldn't see it. It just was bothering me. It was like, I just can't. I need to switch to an Aida, like a 16 or an 18 Aida. But you know how you kind of get geared up to start something and then you don't want to just like stop. So I thought, let me go through my fabric stash. I had just gotten a little order in from 123 Stitch. I had a couple of pieces from there. One was a kind of a bright yellow orange. We'll talk about that later. And then the other one was kind of had kind of like purple and blue kind of undertones, but maybe a little grayish or something. And I thought, that could work. So I started on it. And even before I started, when I looked at that fabric after a couple of days, it just looked like vomit. Vomit, I tell you. I mean, just looked like vomit. Now vomit with the right, with the right chart is okay. But not with this one, because this one is all kind of bright and happy and playful and bright fall colors, and this was like vomit. And I started on it. I thought, oh no, let me start on it, because once you put the colors on it, the fabric, can look different. So I didn't get very far. And I was like, okay. So I had to frog all that, frogged it all out. Again, I didn't want to have to go get something, so let me come back up to the stash. And I went through and I found a lovely blue. That was 16 count Aida. Had a nice, had nice kind of variegation, kind of looked like the sky with some clouds. And I thought, well, that works. It's a bright sunny autumn day. I'll start on that. So I started on the branch. I'm fighting this branch. It's like I'm just fighting it, and it's just painful to do it. And it looks like there's almost it just looks bad. And I cannot figure out, why does this look bad? And then I realize I'm on 16 count Aida. I'm using 2 strands over 1. And I'm still using a 28 needle, tapestry needle. So it's like, oh, I think what has happened is the needle's so small, it's going through the hole, but it's not making the hole where the 2 strands can come through without kind of fuzzy, making the thread fuzzy or something. And so I switch needles, and I think, okay, already got a lot done because it was a big section of the branch, and I had done the the little, well, it's the limb, I guess, and then the little branch is coming off. And I thought, okay, well, in my mind, I thought, well, they can have texture because they're part of a tree. So that's fine. I will just keep going. So I'm going, and I'm going, and I get to a point, and it's looking better. I'll put a little photo here. But there's something wrong. And I realized when I did so I went through this little phase where I tried switching how I stitch. Instead of going lower right to lower left to upper right, and then lower right to upper left. So that the one going toward the left is on top. I'd switched because I watched the video and they said, oh no, if you're left-handed, blah, blah, blah. And actually it is kind of easier, but I kept forgetting, and I would forget, and then I would miss a stitch, or it would just go crazy. And I thought, I'm just not gonna worry about it. But then I put it away. Meanwhile, and I kind of said, forget it, I'm not gonna do that anymore. So when I started on Jacob's piece, I went back to regular. So then I go back to work on the bird. I forget that I did this one with the new way that I not doing anymore. And so I was doing all the leaves and everything that you saw in my regular way. You see, this piece has turned to doo-doo. I didn't feel like ripping out all of that, so I haven't. So what I did is I started next to it on the other side, and once I get to the stuff I need to rip out, I'll rip it out. So I started all over. I did it right. I should have done it from the beginning. I shouldn't have tried to teach me a new trick because I'm too old. But, I could have been halfway through the thing, but I'm not. I'm basically back where I started. So here's where I am now. All that to say this. Once again, I don't know why it's upside down, but it is. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Anyway, such is life. So, what did I do? I bought 2 more pieces from Jacob, from his dark crosses. One is a sugar skull. And the other one is, I don't know that it's part, the other one is not part of his dark crosses, but it's the penguin one. But you can't have a bad day if you been with penguins. Because I have a friend that loves penguins and kept debating about it. I got so frustrated on the stupid other one. I was like, I need to buy patterns. I need to buy a chart. I need to go look on Jacob's website. So I bought those 2. Because the sugar skull, on Jacob's one, it's very kind of dark and spooky. This is South Texas. We don't do that kind of spooky when it comes to sugar skulls and such things. Dia de los Muertos. I'm going to bust out my Picture This Plus Moon Glow. Look at that. That's what I'm using. It's 30. Oh, it looks better from probably back here, yeah. And then I'm going to bust out all my fun sulkies. And we're going to go to town. And then the other one I'll just do in black and white. Sulky. Sulky, if you're not going to do 30 colors, I'm telling you, sulky is where it's at. It's so nice. And it's on a spool. And it's like the equivalent to 1.5 strands of DMC. And you just don't have to mess with all the stuff you have to mess with when you're doing 2 strands. So if you work on a little count, now for all you people that work on 40 count and all these things, good luck to you. Get those silks and go nuts. Not me. I've just resigned myself. And it's fun. It's fun. So that's in the near future, I think. I really would like to do this go before the end of October, because that would be appropriate. I'm not really a seasonal stitcher. And last year I tried the whole Halloween thing. Now don't get me wrong, we have a great Halloween in my neighborhood. Like even last year, even in the middle of the pandemic, hundreds of children came by. We all had to wear gloves, you know, to hand out the candy, but people dressed up. It was great. Probably everybody needed that. This year, I don't know, because it seems like if you breathe, you're gonna get sick. I didn't know anybody last year, hardly, that got the virus that shall not be named. But this year, it's everybody and their baby brother. Literally. I mean, because kids, and I'm just like, oh. I wear a mask through the drive-thru. Okay? I'm just, to me, it's just polite. It's not political, it's just being polite. It's just saying, look, I don't know how you feel one way or the other. You don't know how I feel one way or the other. It's not going to kill me to wear a mask, regardless. And then, if one of us gets sick, well, if you get sick, you can't blame me. If I get sick, I can still blame you. Oh, such is life. That's really it. Plans. Aside from the 2 from Jacob and what I've got, I don't have, well, I kind of have distant plans. I figured out life when it comes to hates. I've downloaded a lot of hates. I got my CXC set of floss from China. I have my 25 count. I don't know why I'm using 25 count, but the pre-gridded stuff. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. So I have 2 hates. One is a mini. And the other one, this one is a quick start. Is that what they're called? Because this one is only like 6x6 and the other one's like still like 12x13 on 25 count. They have a strange concept of small. But my thought is I'm gonna do 1/1 full crosses for the quick start. See if I like it. 1/1. It's small. It'll tell me right off the bat if I can even do it, or if I need to like change to a higher count. And then the other one, because it's larger, because it's a mini, I'm going to do that 2/1 half cross, 10th stitch, cottonelle stitch, whichever way. Now, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I want to do one. I want to start one of them by the end of the year, just so I can say I started a hate, and I can just kind of check off that little, you know, whichever way it goes. I can just say, okay, I've started a full coverage piece. I have this plan in the back of my head for next year. See, the thing is, I have like 2 separate plans going on. Look at those bat wings. It's Halloween. One is I have several Liz Matthews designs. Not from this very last release. Wasn't really anything I saw I liked, but the one she did in the spring, there was a lot of things. Plus, I like the 12 days of Christmas, the little trees. So of the first 3 days, I need to buy the 4th and the 5th. So I was thinking about next year being the year of Liz. Hashtag the year of Liz. And just kind of work a lot on her things. But then, next year, if I like the Haid stuff, I probably want to work on Haids. I have a couple, 2 or 3 Mirabilias, or Nora Corbett's, or both. One of which is ginormous. Apparently, it's like 400 by 400 or something. And then I want to do, because I'm crazy, is because this little goat thing has put me into a false sense of security, Jacob, that I could do his sow. I don't know if you've seen Jacob's sow. I'm sure you have. Many people on FlossTube are doing it. What Jacob releases in a month, you know, I'm like, oh, I could do that next year. He does it every month. But I kind of want to do it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what it's going to look like, but I kind of want to do it. So it just seems like an awful lot to plan for. But I don't know, so we'll find out. So more to come. This is what's pondering in my head. That's it. I think I've been on FlossTube for a year now. I haven't looked. I see, I'm not one of those people. You know, some people, they say, I was on a year as of this date, such and so and so. Great. It's been a year. Okay. Anyway, I'm rambling, which makes me a FlossTuber because most everybody seems to ramble at some point. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got. I do have one thing. We had a moment of show and tell. Woohoo! Got this in the mail. Haven't looked at it. Thought we could look at it together real quickly. Then you could decide if you wanted to get it. I think 1, 2, 3 Stitch, Fat Quarter Shop, all of them are doing, ooh, black work. So there's the inside. So we have, well, I can't show you the charts, darn it. Okay, let me do it this way. There you go. See if I can do this without showing you the chart, which is on the same page. You don't need to see me, you just need to see the piece. We have that one, and that one. No, I thought the finish on that was real cute. Coaster, I'm not sure if it is or not. You'd have to get, this is a magazine. Yeah, let's just do this. This is the Christmas critters. Instead of showing you all the individual ones, I'll show you this. It'll go faster. We won't be here all day. Look at that, I love hedgehogs. Oh, so cute. So if you like these, I think if you buy this off of one of like 1-2-3 Stitch or something, it's like $10 for this. Of course, if you have a subscription to just the cross stitch, you'll get it. And we have the ones with angels, etc. Oh, these are cute. Oh, they're so cute ones. These are the ones that you're gonna say, oh, I want to stitch that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See? That's the price of admission right there. Those are so cute. Here's North Pole top ones. I still have my whip with my Christmas reindeer. I haven't worked on it. I wasn't, you know, it wasn't like I was planning for it for Christmas. So don't feel bad. Here's the first Noel. The finishes on some of these are really cute. I mean, none of these are all easy for the most part. Stitch up quickly. All the tree stuff. Oh, that's very unusual. Like, Tony, we'd like to see it. Look at that. Okay, now come over here. Look at that one. Well, here. Look at that one first. Look at that one. That one is called Cherry Parker, the Holly, and the Ivy. It's too complicated for me. And then at the end, I guess they got the the designers to also add a recipe. So, for instance, our little Cherry Parker has a little recipe, reindeer food for humans. Doreen Jones, who we all have heard of, she has a recipe for chocolate pinwheels. So anyway, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in here. You could, I mean, it's worth $10, obviously, for the ideas and stuff. In the back, they also have templates, which is very helpful if you wanted to make little stockings. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. If I get more, I'll come back. Or when I get more, I'll come back. I'm not gonna say when that is. Not gonna be a week from now, probably. Maybe in a couple weeks. Maybe in a month. Something like that. When you see me, I'll be here. Oh, as a parting gift, the reason I had my dog up here was we have a tree line behind us. So sometimes we've had squirrels and different things, and they've killed a couple of little critters along the way. But the other day, they brought us a present, which was waiting for my husband, where he usually has his wheelchair parked in front of the TV. This was a present. Yes, you are correct. It's a rat, a very dead rat. I was grateful it was very dead. This is the excitement in my life. Try not to be jealous. Have a wonderful time Stay safe. Stay away from people that are carrying the virus that shall not be named. Don't be stupid. See you next time. Bye-bye.